We need major overhauls in our thinking, how we operate, how we view the world, because too many people are either taking themselves out or accepting labels of mental disorders, anxiety, depression, mostly because of external pressures. Hi, my name is Zara Green. I've been saying for many years, nobody's born with a mental disorder. We have to get a grip on this thing. It's so out of control. Nobody was born with a mental disorder. Sure, we all have trouble in life. Sure, we all have challenges in life. But if we will put more emphasis on our personal lives and developing emotionally than we do professionally, then we will all be better off. And when I say put more emphasis, then I'm not talking about the structure that we now have in the world of psychology. Because all of the depression stuff that we hear right now and all the anxiety that I believe is leading people to a lot of these permanent decisions in temporary situations is because of the pendulum that's pushed by that industry about the fears and anxiety and depressions. We gotta get to the point that we recognize the agendas of all of the things around us, all of the industries, including the news and other stuff that continues to compress our minds. We grow in three ways: physically, mentally, and emotionally. Physically, there's not much you have to do. Just eat. You're going to grow. Get some sun. You're going to grow. Mentally, you're going to learn something, whether intentionally or not. If you don't have to go to formal schools. Just have the capacity to learn, have some folk around you doing some things. You're going to pick some stuff up. Or intentionally, you or enroll in every kind of learning. And unfortunately, that is where we've put most of our emphasis. And then there's emotional, the only one that's optional. The only one that if you do not intentionally put that effort in, that is the one you will lack the most. And if you're not handling emotional things well in a small capacity, but you keep developing professionally, eventually that thing is going to collapse. So you see a bunch of people who look really good in their houses that are really big, in their cars that are shining much, with their professions and many letters behind their names. But their emotional intelligence is not there. And that is when the anxiety and the depression and all of these things come in. I've been saying for 30 years, do not neglect personal development. Do not neglect personal growth, because life will never, ever stop changing. And we have to develop and grow with it. We got to change what we're doing. We got to change how we're doing it, because the world will not stop changing. It will not stop adding pressure to you. It will not stop lying to you. It will not stop creating chaos and making you beg for order. Have we not learned anything over the past few years? They've been doing this all along and creating all these external pressures in order to make you dependent on them for so many things. It's time to break this, y'all. There are some things we got to get better about, because for the most part, the pendulums of our world, because that's what it is. It's some pendulums that people have not learned how to neutralize the issues in their lives, and then they handle them the only way they know how. Listen, I know what difficulty is. I know what challenges are. I've been working on my own personal development for many, many years. Personal growth has been important to me for decades. So even though personal growth and emotional intelligence and all of these things have been my focus, nobody is immune to the challenges of life, especially when there are mass challenges. I've been through several natural disasters, divorces, family situations. I dropped out of life a couple years ago. In the middle of the pandemic, I had to put me first. I dropped out of life in the middle of pandemic. left a husband, left family. I ain't talked to a whole lot of people I knew all my life for the past 2 years so that I could focus on me. Baby, that thing compressed. Lifetime of stuff compressed. Drop out of life when you need to. Drop out of life to take care of you. Stop trying to live up to other people's expectations. Do what you need to do. Drop out of life if you need to. Because I love me. I will drop out of life so that I can focus on me. So I can focus on the love being directed at me. Loving me more than anything and anybody around me. Nothing and nobody is more important than you. Developing the love and light for yourself instead of always trying to shine it on everybody else. When other people, other industries, other jobs, whatever, nothing, I said nothing is more important. Your profession, not your family, not anything is more important than when you need to take care of you. See, I cut out everything else because nothing and nobody is more important than me. At some point later on, you may decide you want to fold those things back in. You may be strong enough to be able to do that, but don't ever sacrifice you for anything out there. Anything. Nobody. Nothing else. Nobody else is more important.